great to have you with us from Brooks Stadium in Conway, South Carolina. It's the Troy Trojans and the Coastal Carolina Chanticleers. Along with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. Holly Rose, some interesting storylines setting up in this one.
Thanks, guys. Checking in with the Chanticleers head coach pregame. He loves how his team has come out and dominated in the conference so far this season, but he understands the road gets even harder now. He's talked to his team about getting off to a fast start, that's important to set the tone here today. They want to keep that undefeated streak alive in conference play, but it all begins right now. We'll see if they can do it against a very tough opponent. Back to you.
Thank you, Holly. Really looking forward to this matchup. He'll be stopped short of the 20-yard line on the return. They'll mark him at the 19. The Chanticleers offense will be the first to dial up ball plays in this one. And we get a look at Usman Kroma. He put up more than 250 yards, 4 touchdowns while running his team to a win in their last game.
Steady. I think that's the one thing the coach has been talking about with this running back all year long. Each and every week, this guy has been stepping up, and he's being a leader by the way he is in the locker room, on the practice field, and on game day. And I think you saw a fantastic performance the last time out. This team is winning games. They're in a good rhythm right now, in large part because of how well this guy's toting the rock.
And I think it's the identity of this team, right? Like, you can feel it. It's him. He is the identity. He's the heartbeat. He's the pulse. He's the consistent part that they really depend on. Like, no matter what the environment is throughout the season, they know they can lean on him. And the consistency has been there. So this offense goes through him. Look forward to watching him today against a pretty good defense.
Now they're starting to feel it. They've got a first down at the 44.
Man, what a start for this offense. That's what you kind of want, man. You want to get in a rhythm. You want to get in the flow. Now, you don't expect 3 plays and 3 first downs, but they'll absolutely take it. But coming out the gates with energy, with passion, executing at a really high level.
The give to the running back from the shotgun. They are on the move down to the 32, and they pick up another first down.
And that play there is essentially a microcosm of why this guy's the leading rusher in the nation and why he's in contention with a Heisman Trophy. This guy's got speed, open field running ability. He can break tackles. He can just do it all.
Let's take a step back, talk big picture Coastal Carolina. By the end of the day, one of these two teams will control their conference destiny the rest of the way. Potential bye in the college football playoff on the line. This game critical at this point in the season for both teams.
And so much talent in this game, too. Outstanding coaching staffs, NFL talent on both teams going into this one. David, this might be a rematch in the conference championship game. We might get to see this matchup again.
And it's so nice to have two teams playing so well at the top of their conference. You know this game matters. There's no sleepwalking into this game. You see the numbers at the top of the conference. It's you and it's them. Who's going to come out today?
Picked off, and the opening drive is stopped with an interception. That was not on the opening script of plays. The turnover as the defense makes a play early.
There might not be a hotter player right now in college football than this guy right here. He had 2 picks in their last game. He already has an interception in the first drive of this one. Quarterbacks, they're going to figure it out eventually. Stop throwing his way.
Receiver wasn't ready for the throw, incomplete.
Tell you what, that was a lightning-fast decision. You could tell he knew what he wanted to do right away, makes the decision, but maybe his footwork wasn't a little bit good, and the pass wasn't where he wanted to put that thing. I know that.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. They'll throw again after the incompletion. Trying to get rid of it.
In most instances, I would say really, really nice decision by the quarterback, but when you've got speed like this guy has, I think he'd sometimes, instead of throwing it away, would like to see him take off and see if he can go make something with his feet.
Under fire. Had to throw it before he wanted. For the 3rd straight play, the pass falls incomplete. The Trojans will punt it away on 4th down. First run of the day is off. He was called on 3 times in that victory last week. They make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. Coastal Carolina has it. The Chanticleer offense headed back to the field. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game. If you're going to win, and David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking downfield, it's Barber. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion. They couldn't connect on 2nd down, now staring at a 3rd and 9. From the gun, wants to pass. Using the quick game. They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's 1st down.
And I think they found a matchup they like, man. This running back has been a problem out of the backfield. Like, we know he can run it, but the matchups now, who's going to cover him? Is it a linebacker? Is it a safety? Right now, this offense, they found something with him catching the football in the back.
There he goes! And he takes it all the way down to the 26-yard line. Really nice job to move the ball on the ground like that in the big game, but we will need to check on an injured player. That is the senior offensive lineman who's shaken up. Holly Rule will check on his condition. The shot that clears to look to keep this drive humming.
Here we go, ready. Blue 30, ready, go.
They'll ride the hot hand. Would be an alley. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the 1st down.
How about the defense trying to slow this dude down? He's a Heisman contender for a reason. He's so difficult to tackle, and what a challenge. All week long, they knew that they had to key on this guy and really try to at least limit him if they were going to win.
The give from the gun. He's stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there. 2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
And you could tell that play went nowhere from the start.
It was definitely a great play by that defender.
Oh, yeah, he got in the back.
And the rush will get to him at the 25.
And the defense gets a sack, and that's going to be the big determining factor in this football game. A week ago, he only got sacked 1 time. They've already got him on the ground. If they want to win this football game, they got to keep getting after the quarterback.
Field goal unit's not coming out here, guys. I think they're going to go ahead and go for it on 4th and long. Steps away. Unleashes one. Working on the right. He's not going to get there. Stopped short on 4th down. We'll see what this offense can do sitting inside its own 20. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Jackson. Defense there to stop him after a 4-yard gain, and it was a good move that got him that much. Solid pickup of 4 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 6. Off play action. On the move, he fires. Caught over the middle. It's Pemberton. And they'll spot it at the 38, and that'll be plenty for the 1st down. And the Trojans come. And on the heels of that big pass play. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And they'll wrestle him to the ground after a short gain. Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Back to pass. Finds the tight end. And he won't quite get there, but boy, after that pickup, just a few inches to go for the 1st, and an array of possibilities here. They'll try to get the first through the air. Lets it fly. A 50-50 ball, and he comes down with it. What a tremendous contested catch. The Trojans go back to work after moving the chains through the air. Defense going to jam these receivers right off the line. Pulls it on the option. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Trojans.
Man, it's so nice to have an offense that can do so many different things and attack you different ways. When you run the option the normal way with a running back, the defense knows how to play it. But how about this? The receiver out wide, now a little confusion. QB takes advantage and punches it in for 6.
You know, they make fun of kickers for not worrying about contact, but that's about as rough as it gets. That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. Coastal Carolina takes over, and here comes the offense. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. Tackle is made at the 28 after a pickup of 3.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
To the air, it's Barber. Working the middle, it's complete. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground covered to pick up the first. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. On 3rd and short, they'll ride the running back here. And he'll get it up to the 38. It'll be a first down. We've come to the end of the period. It's Troy holding the lead. We've put one in the books. Let's have a look at our game summary. In the opposite directions now as we crank it up in the second. First play of the period, first down here. This time he wants to throw. Takes the easy one to the back. Great job on the containment and the tackling. They stop him for no gain. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
Well, the offense is running towards the open grass, right? They're going toss play to the field, but way too much penetration defensively, forcing that tackle for loss.
Flushed out of the pocket. Fires on the move. Got his man downfield. And they exploited that soft spot, and they get it down to the 35.
I know this isn't the start the offense wanted. They don't have any points so far in this game, but sometimes it just takes one explosive play to turn things around. And after that beautiful completion deep for the offense, that should give them a little confidence, a little momentum. They've now got us to be able to score points on this drive.
Finally, this offense starting to shake the cobwebs and get things moving. It's 1st and 10. Got the completion, but nowhere to go as that defense reacted quickly. Now facing some adversity on this drive after the loss of 4. It's 2nd and 14. Got rid of it quickly, but it's incomplete. And guys, they've come through on the first 2 third-down tries. This one might be a little tougher. Buys a little time. Fires on the move. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. Quarterback by himself in the backfield. On 4th down, they'll throw for it. He'll get rid of it. Drop the football, and they'll turn it over on downs. And they are stopped on 4th down. That decision will be questioned. The corners are walked up tight. Wants to throw on 1st down. Oh, he's going to take a shot at the DB. They went for it all on 1st down. Didn't connect, but it gave the D something to think about.
That's an example of the offensive coordinator trying to be aggressive and trying to take a shot. Now, the offense isn't able to click on that play, but moving ahead in the second half, it's important they continue to dial up these big plays. You want to stay aggressive, and you want to keep testing this second.
Here they come, facing 3rd and long from the 40. From the gun, wants to pass. Hit as he throws. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. And the Trojans decide to punt it away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. He's got it. They'll get down and put a stop to the return at about the 28-yard line. So the Coastal Carolina offense takes over, and they'll go to work from here. There have been a couple of missed opportunities for these offenses in the last couple of drives, Jesse.
And I think for this offense here, it'd be nice to hit an explosive play, be aggressive, and really pay off your defense's effort that last drive.
And instead of having to move the ball down the field consistently and then getting stopped on 4th downs, you're right. Create some of those explosives. Take those deep shots. Make those big plays.
And the Shanta clears with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. Looking downfield, it's Barber. Here's a heat. They finally get him on the ground, but not before he rips off enough for a 1st down.
2nd and short is a great situation to be in. And look at him. He drops back to pass the football. He doesn't have to throw the football. He wants to be aggressive, but he can just take off and scramble. Doesn't have to take a chance. Great being ahead of the sticks.
And after that run, there is a player still down on the field. That is the senior offensive lineman who's shaken up. Holly Rowe will check on his condition. That kind of pickup on 1st down, and you can take a shot here on 2nd and short. Right back to him on the ground. There's a crease. Guys, he's up to 103 yards on the ground, and just another day at the office for the national leader in rushing. The Chanticleers are moving quickly down the field. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on 1st down. 2nd down coming.
What a hit by the defender. That's a good throw, and that was going to be caught, but how about the defender dislodging the football from its intended target? Nice job.
Pocket breaking down, and he's sacked. Great work there by this defense.
And the defense there goes zone coverage, maybe confused the quarterback a little bit, forced him to hold on to the football, and that allowed the pass rush to get home.
It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Escapes the pressure going right. Intercepted. A 1st half turnover can swing momentum. Didn't get a ton on the return, but they've got it inside the 20th to 19-yard line. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. The option, the keeper. Makes his man miss. Quarterback got it himself. There he goes. The 20. Touchdown, Troy. He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him.
This QB just has such a feel. He's so good with these designed quarterback runs. He's patient. He allows the holes to develop. He puts his foot in the ground, and in the open field, he's as dangerous as any ball carrier in the country.
14, Coastal Carolina, 0.
He'll start the return inside his 5. And the coverage team gets the returner on the ground. The Chanticleers now ready to go on offense. Not a lot of time left here in the half. Let's see if they can cut into this lead.
And this drive isn't a must score, but man, you look at the scoreboard. You're down 2 scores. Jesse, you got a good opportunity. Create some momentum. Cut it to a 1-score game. This is an important possession.
Yeah, it's important to create that momentum now, David, too, and not wait to get it going here at the start of the 3rd quarter. You've got one drive here to get a couple of points. You've got to start erasing and chipping away at this deficit. This could be where the game turns right here.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down.
Ready.
From the gun, the running back has it. Picked up 4 yards, now looking at 3rd and 6. The Trojans decide to use their first timeout. The brain trust getting thoughts together for this big 3rd down coming up. Third and 6 yards to go. They'll go right back to it. Trying to save time on defense, they use their second timeout. And now everybody chiming in to figure out how to play this 4th down.
It's an offense that takes pride in being physical. They try to get it going on the ground, but no gain on that one.
Just no. Look at this, guys. The offense appears to be going for it from their own side of the field. Trying to do it on the ground. He's got enough for the first down, and they roll the dice and convert to keep this drive going. And the Chanticleers come to the line with a new set of downs. They think there's room to run to the right here. Might have a chance. He's inside the 40. At the 20. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Coastal Carolina.
Man, this guy is such a weapon because he's so...
They'll get a chance to work on that hurry-up offense here in the final minute of the first half. Running inside, it's Jackson. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10. The defense uses a timeout. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Makes the grab. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43.
And I don't know if this defense knows what just hit them because they gave up the completion, they gave up a first down, and now here's the offense back up at the line of scrimmage again, going tempo.
Bought a little time, lets it go. Zings it complete to the right. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be first down. He goes right back to the air. Grabbed over the middle. It's Boyd. Turning it on. Brought down at the 20-yard line after ripping off the big play. The Trojans moving quickly to the line. From the red zone, he's going to throw it. Grabbed it in the end zone, but caught it just out of bounds on the left sideline. It's incomplete. And they can't quite hook up trying to make a completion in the back corner of the end zone. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. So the officials take a enough time to get off a play before we head to halftime. The handoff to Johnson. Got enough for the first. Across the 35, out of bounds at the 36, and a really good pickup as they're starting to move. Just enough time for one final play of the half. They'll give it to him again. At midfield, he's got room. A little excitement there to wrap up the first half, and that'll pad the stats as we go to the break. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, down the stretch we come on what's been a thrilling college football season. Week 11 filled with storylines. We begin with Iowa taking on the Indiana Hoosiers.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. What did they talk about at halftime, Holly?
Troy's head coach told me at the half, hey, their defense is doing their job. They have continued to force these turnovers. Not a lot of people thought they would be so disruptive and so dynamic coming into this game, but here they are on the road creating havoc. We'll see if that continues here to start the third quarter. Reese?
Thanks, Holly.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
Got it behind the line. It's Boyd. Hit and brought down right at the line of scrimmage.
They're trying to throw the screen out to the receiver. The defense, though, having none of that. They are just too physical. They're too fast. And they force a negative play.
Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. Trying to make magic on the scramble. They make the stop at the 26, and let's see if they bring out the punt team.
We know. Coordinator's been harping on his guys about this. Earlier in the game, this quarterback was killing him with his scrambling ability and his ability to take off. That time, though, nice adjustment by the defense. It was almost as if they were expecting him to scramble that time. Really, really nice job defensively.
They'll put a stop to that return at about the 37-yard line. Coastal Carolina has it. The Chanticleer offense headed back to the field. So they get the ball back after the defense forces a punt, and I'm sure they tried to make some adjustments at halftime after a little bit of a rocky first half. Breaks into the open. Makes it past the marker. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line. The Chanticleers come to the line after ripping off that huge gain on the ground, trying to keep it going. They're going to ride this running back. There's some room. They'll get him on the ground, but he takes it all the way down to the 10. So after the huge chunk play, they've got it first and goal from the 10. They'll give it to Johnson. He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. They'll keep it on the ground. Nowhere to run, and he barely makes it back to the line of scrimmage.
I think it would be great if this offense leaned on the run game more in the red zone. Leaned on their back, man. Give it to him. Let him do his thing. He hadn't even gotten the end zone yet.
And he's in. Touchdown, Chanticleer.
I mean, they didn't reinvent football on this drive. That was really impressive watching him just go down the field methodically, running the football a bunch, and finally punching it in. David, we saw the turnovers throwing the ball in the first half. They decided just to come out here in the second half now and just get back to the basics, and it really paid off for them.
I'm about to say, it's more of a necessity, right? Like this offense wasn't really good through the air. What do they do best? Pound the football. And it's not like we're not getting movement up front. This offensive line is doing a good job. And if they want to get back in this football game, you got to like the start right here in this second half. Like early in the second half, showing that you are physical and that you can still run the football even though you're trailing.
He'll bring it out. It's Burgess. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Now the Trojan offense returns to the field. They still have the lead, but they need to respond to that last score. The run inside. It's Jackson. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. He's got it on the right. He stopped just short of the 25 at the 24-yard line, but it will be a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Keeps it on first down. Big time play by the defense. He'll lose 4.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
And you see those balls in practice sometimes. They're just off the mark. You don't know how to control it. You don't know what goes wrong, but sometimes QBs miss, and it's an incompletion.
On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. And he is not going to get there as the defense gets him on the ground. And the Trojans will call on their punt team. Hauls it in, looking for space. Coverage team able to put a stop to that return at the 42-yard line. Coastal Carolina takes over, and here comes the offense. They close the gap on their last drive. Now an opportunity to take the lead if they can score here. The inside handoff. And the defense makes the stop after a minimal gain. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Right back to the well. Continuing to churn and move it forward, and they're closing in on midfield. It's down at the 48. 3rd and short now from their own 48. They think they can impose their will here with the run to the right. Maybe some room here. Lowers that shoulder, delivers the blow. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Coastal!
And to have a rushing touchdown of that type of yardage, you've got to be able to make something miss. It's one thing to get into the second level, but can you make that last defender miss? And you saw it on that play. Once he was in the clear with his speed, he was gone.
He is stopped short of the goal line, denied on that 2-point conversion attempt, and this game is still tied. Fielded in the end zone, it's Boyd. He's brought down at the 16, would have been much better off to take the touchback. Here comes the Trojan offense ready to go on the attack. They didn't get much done the last time they had it, had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Looking to throw on first down. Snagged in the middle, it's Boyd. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
Nice job by the quarterback there throwing the hitch route against zone coverage. You can't stare at him. If you do that, you allow the flat defender to get underneath it, and that might be a pick six. So really good job by the quarterback there, using his eyes to manipulate the defense.
Yeah, it's a bit of a surge, and he's knocked down after picking up 3 to the 26. Facing a third down and short from the 26. He'll try to pick it up on the ground. Oh, he's got some space. He moves the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 33. The Trojans will line it up on 1st and 10. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Jackson. They stop him cold, maybe gets a yard to the 34.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down. And they got to keep that up here in the second half.
You ain't getting by all these guys right up the middle unless your offensive line and your tight ends and everybody is putting in the work up front, committing to blocking. The running back does a great job finding the hole, exploding through. How about that nice, big, huge gain? If I'm the OC, let's call that one again.
Who says in the RPO pass game you can't throw anything vertically downfield, right? It doesn't all have to be screens and throws at the line of scrimmage. There's a good example of a quarterback pushing the ball vertically downfield after the play fake to the running back.
Looking for room. It's Jackson. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Little too soft in that run defense. He picks up 4 to the 32. A third down play coming from the 32 as they try to keep the drive going. Quick pass to the left, trying to get it to the marker. Touchdown, Trojans! And that one will put them up here in the second half.
Yards after catch. That's what this guy gives you. That was a simple slant pass. Caught it, made guys miss, showed you the speed, and it was pay dirt from there. What can you say about this guy's athleticism, man? He is such a weapon.
And he knocks the extra point through the uprights. On the run from inside his own 5. They'll corral him and get him down at the 17-yard line on the return. So the Coastal Carolina offense takes over, and they'll go to work from here. They're down by a touchdown, but hoping to dial up some plays and pull even in what's turning out to be a really good football game. He'll be stopped just short of the 20 at the 19. Give him 1. After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Just feeds to running back. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
You know, the runner just has to have a little bit more patience. Bounce that thing outside a little too early, and as a result, lost yards.
Finds a little space. He works his way to the 21-yard line. Not enough to pick up the first down. Guys, look at this. A surprise. They're going to gamble and go for it here on 4th down. Has to get there to move the sticks. He's not going to get there. The defense was sure tackling to stop him a few yards short.
That's a gutsy call. And I know the analytics world says to go for it more often, but when you're in your own territory and now you turn the football over to the other team, points are so much easier to get. Obviously, I know, Jesse, it didn't take a color commentator to figure that out.
This offense has it with really good field position. A shot toward the end zone. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Troy.
Man, talk about playing complementary football. You get the sudden change. You get the... And now you turn it into points immediately. Nice job by the defense forcing it, the offense taking advantage and putting points on the board.
And he made the extra point without problem.
35, Coastal Carolina, 21.
He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. Final play of the quarter coming. They'll go to the fullback. And as they get him to the ground, clock running, looks as if time will expire here in the 3rd. This game is all but officially a wrap as we take a look at the top 25. Late in the season, time running short if teams want to make their move in the rankings. One more period to go, and we'll see just how much fight they've got left in them. And a chance to mull things over. Let's see how they start the final period here on 2nd down. The give to the fullback. Got enough for the first. Finding some room. And the big gain. They've got it on the 46.
And you got to throw the fullbacks a bone occasionally. Okay, those dudes have one of the worst jobs on the field. Always blocking every single play, down in, down out. When you get those situations, you can give him the ball, give him a bone, reward him for all of his hard work.
And the shot to clears after ripping off that huge run. Let's see if they can do it again. They are on the move down to the 32, and they pick up another first down.
First down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another first down, gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive.
There he goes. He's all the way down to the 3. Showed it all on that run. The shot that clears, trying to cash it in on first and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he surges across the line. Touchdown, Coastal Carolina.
Reese, that's 3 for the young fella. I mean, this dude's smelling the end zone. Anytime he gets near it, you know he's going to lower his shoulder, do whatever it takes to get in the end zone. The hat trick, the 3rd touchdown.
He makes his way in for the 2, and now they trail by only 6. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Let's see what Holly Rowe has for us on the sideline.
Guys, down here on the Troy sideline, there is a lot of excitement because this offense is outperforming a much higher-ranked team defensively. They know they've got an opportunity in this game with the lead and the ball, but they have got to play clean football right now. Right before they huddled up to take the field, the coaches are yelling, execute, execute. We'll see if they're able to make that happen and keep this lead. Back to you.
Okay, Holly.
They've got a lead here in the 4th quarter, and there's certainly still plenty of football to go, but this is where you'd love to control the flow of the game, right? You want to dictate everything to the defense, and you do that by running the football. That was a really nice run. This offensive line is firing off late. Looks like they're getting stronger as the game goes on, and that is a good sign for the offense.
The offense lines up at the 41 with a 1st and 10. Running inside, it's Jackson. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. He'll try it again. Stopped again, and at least they made it back to the line of scrimmage this time. Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Lets it fly. Oh, what a spectacular layout and catch. And the Trojans have this offense rolling. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Just can't pull the trigger, and the quarterback is sacked at the 41.
And that's a better job by this defense. That's exactly what they've got to start doing more. He's had a lot of success on the ground. It's apparent. He will take off and move. So how do we keep him in the pocket? Get him behind the line of scrimmage, fluster him a little bit, and don't let him use those wheels.
And he'll be brought down.
If you're going to attack and have success against man coverage, then you've got to have great timing between the quarterback and the wide receiver. Really nice rapport. You could tell these two have been spending a lot of time this offseason throwing to one another.
He's now up to 52 yards on the ground so far in this one, and he is closing in on that 1,000-yard mark. The Trojans come to the line with a fresh set of downs. What powerful running, just driving the pile forward for everything he could get. He'll be just a few inches short. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Rides the back and leaves it. Touchdown, Trojans. Excellent pass by the back on the option. They extend this lead, and it looks as if they are going to make it 2 wins in a row.
And, man, a lot of times late in games, you see offenses, they get very conservative, very predictable, and then they leave it in the hands of their defense. I like this execution, man. The offense continues to do what they do, and they take the 2-score lead in the fourth quarter, everything going in their direction.
He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. The shot to clear is now ready to go on offense. They're in a precarious spot here, that lofty perch in the rankings, hanging in the balance unless they can do something to save themselves here.
And sometimes for the defense, it just takes one play, right, to create some momentum. Obviously, this guy's been eating them up. He's got over 100 yards rushing on the day. But finally, David, they get something positive here in the run game defensively.
But you kind of know that coming in. He's going to get his. Such a great back, and he's had a great day. Need to put more plays together like that right there.
Tried to move that pile forward. He maybe gets 2. He's down at the 21. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Run it with the fullback. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
I love the awareness by the defense there. 3rd and long, everybody in the building thinking this is going to be a pass. But up front, they were very, very aware that they might see run. They did a really good job playing with their eyes. They rally to the ball, they get the TFL, and now they set up 4th and long.
They'll run for it. Maybe a crease. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on 4th down, and they keep the drive alive.
And obviously this guy's been hyped up, and we talked about him in the Heisman race. What do you have to do? You got to finish strong. The voters are watching what you do at the end of the season. Awesome opportunity. Put together a 100-yard game last week. Put some stats up. Get a bunch of touchdowns. You know, really finish strong so you can get in that Heisman race and maybe go win that big trophy.
He's finally stopped, but not before he takes it into the red zone. They'll mark it at the 18. And the shot to clears after moving the sticks through the air come to the line. Back to the ground game on the left. He'll get that one all the way down to the 4-yard line before he stopped. Trying to get everybody set with the clock still running. They'll dial up the run on 1st and goal. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, shot to clear.
Yeah, and that's step 1. Great job by this offense getting in the end zone. Now you got to go get the stop. You got to get the football back. You got to find a way to do something to create a turnover, get an onside, to get the football back, to get back in this football game.
And it looks as if they'll have all the subtlety of a sledgehammer as they bring in the jumbo dudes for the 2-point try. They'll power it inside with the fullback. He'll get into the end zone for the 2, and now the deficit is 5. So it's a 77-yard touchdown drive, and they finish it off with the score from the 4. The returner's going to try to see what he can get. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Let's check in with Holly Rowe.
Guys, down here on the Troy sideline, this offense is getting ready to take the field, and they know they are in command. They keep saying, eat, eat. They can't stop us right now. This is a top 10 defense. This is a little bit surprising here today, but guys, I feel all the momentum, all the chemistry and excitement over here with this offense. They just need to play clean football and take care of the ball to make this big upset a reality. Guys?
Holly, thank you. Trying to save time on defense, they use their 2nd timeout. They'll take a moment to gather their thoughts and put together a plan for this 3rd down play. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. Picks up the 1st down. Here's a little room there. He's at the 40. The 20. Inside the touchdown, Troy. Great job by the back on the option. The lead grows, and you can sense they know how important wins are this late here in Week 11.
And it was so important for the offense to come up with a touchdown there and not kick a field goal. You're trying to put this thing out of reach. And that touchdown puts so much pressure on their opponent now with less than 2 minutes to go.
The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Looking to pass, it's Barber. Makes the catch. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. Quick tempo, no huddle offense. Second down, clock's running.
You know, I think at this situation in the game, trailing like they are with only a couple minutes to go, short throws aren't going to get it done. You're going to have to be a lot more aggressive and start taking chances if you want to give yourself a chance to win this game.
They've made third down offense a key. It'll be tested on 3rd and long from the 28. Give to the fullback. Got enough for the first. Turning it on! They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And now they are powerless to stop the clock with a timeout.
Here we go.
The Chanticleers have it with a 1st and 10.
Red 54, red 54. Where did he go?
This time he wants to throw. Rolling to the right, trying to make something happen. Trying to make magic with his feet. Open space at the 25. Out of bounds, right at the 20-yard line. Edge of the red zone, and they have their eyes on a score. This offense just gets a bolt of energy when they get a play like that. Now they're in the red zone. First and pressure is on the way, and the pressure has arrived, and down he goes at the 30. They'll hurry to the line with the clock still running.
I got to be honest, I'm a little surprised the offense is trying to go so fast here after giving up a huge loss on that sack. You'd think they'd want to just take a second, regroup before running this next play.
Fires downfield. And that one's incomplete. Worth taking a shot there, but couldn't hook up.
And this offense has another opportunity to put a scoring drive together. They've done a really good job, man. Their defense, yeah, it's been okay. Like, giving up a lot of points. Now they're in a situation where can you be clutch? Can you come up big in a 2-minute situation when you really need to?
You just feel like throughout the course of this game, this guy's just going to have to make plays like this, right? Things aren't always going to be perfect, and protection's not going to be ideal. You're going to have to play with some effort, make some scrambles, make some things happen when plays break down.
Got some room, headed to the goal line, and he'll race it to the house. So with the late lead, they're ready to just drain the clock in victory formation. And the quarterback takes a knee. The great Nick Saban often says players often respond better to losses. They listen more than they do if they're getting away with things in wins. So maybe this is an opportunity to recalibrate.
I think you take it first and you internalize it and you get upset because obviously the goal was to win the game. But you've also got to flip the switch really quickly, Jesse, and say, okay, what do I need to work on? Because I only got one loss. I'm still very much in the thick of all of my dreams that I want to come true, so I can't take it too hard, but I got to use it.
Yeah, this loss definitely hurts, and I know one of the goals for this team at the start of the year was to go undefeated and win a national championship. You can't go undefeated anymore, but you can still win a national championship. The key is the leadership in the locker room. They've got to turn the page. They've got to get everybody refocused. You can't let this loss now turn into 2 or 3 or more down the road.
That's going to do it for us here. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis. This has been a